What's going on, man? What's going on with you?
Hey, let me ask you a question. I'll be seeing you working out and stuff, like with high repetitions. If you're doing high reps, how are you certain that you're not going to lose your muscle if you're not lifting as heavy as you can?
Yeah, I'm gonna jump into the science for you real quick. So basically, once I get to a certain point, I start looking for maintenance. I'm not trying to actually build anymore, but there's a certain amount of volume that we could do in order to actually push the needle, which is called our minimum effective dose.
Yeah.
So whenever I'm trying to build muscle, build strength, power, whatever it is for my performance, I have a minimum effective dose, how much I can do in order to actually move that needle. Then I have a maximum effective volume, which if I do that amount of volume, I'm actually gonna have diminishing returns, right? My body's gonna stop. It's like, I don't need to do no more. So I find that for myself based on the science. So the science tells me to build muscle, if I do 2 to 3 sets per week that are hard sets, right? So what is a hard set? A hard set is something that while I'm pushing, I do 6 reps are actually going to make me feel like I'm actually working, and I might have 2 to 3 left in the tank, right? So if I have 2 to 3 left in the tank, then I'm actually able to, that's considered a hard set. If I can do 5 or 6 more, then I should probably move the weight a little bit more or do more weight, right? So I find that volume for myself, and that volume for me is about 15 to 20 reps, right? 15 to 20 sets per week. So let's say for instance, upper body, right? Upper body, what I'll do is I'll come in on Tuesday and I'll hit 9 to 10 sets of whatever chest, shoulders, triceps. I'll hit 9 to 10 sets of each of those. And then on Thursday or Friday, I'll do another 9 to 10 sets. So now my cumulative volume hits my minimum effective dose, so I won't lose muscle.
Can I ask you another question?
Yeah.
You said a maximum rep range.
Mm-hmm.
After going past that rep range, you will be less effective. I've heard that before. Like, how do you find that maximum rep range for your own body?
It's trial and error, to be honest with you, right? So what I always suggest is take the science, right? So the science says the rep range. So we have our reps and then we have our sets. Our reps are the total amount we do at one time within a given set. So that's one set. So I do 10 reps and then rest. That's one set of 10 reps, and then do another one, right? So now, if I'm moving, the science tells me that if I want to build muscle, I can do anywhere between 3 to 6 heavy reps, or 30 where I'm getting a nice burn, right? So over 30, you're not going to get it. For your body, you'll play around with that range on what feels good for you, right? So, and then what you'll start to see over time is, let's say 2-3 weeks, 4 weeks, you'll start to see are my tissues adapting the right way. So are you feeling sore? Are you actually able to come in and move the same amount of weight, right? Are you actually able to come in and hit the same reps with that weight?
Without
compromising form, right? So, and that's the big key. So you said it right there. The big key is compromising form. That's what we call volitional fatigue, right? It's a fancy word for saying my muscles are volitional fatigue. Yep, it's a fancy way of saying that my muscles can't actually push in that form. So if I'm doing a bench press, you'll start to see people kind of do one of these to try to get the rep up, or you'll see when somebody's deadlifting, nah, you fatigued, bro. Go ahead and put the weight down and then hit the next set. Yeah.
So you put the weight down?
Yeah.
And come back?
Yep.
Or drop the weight down?
I drop it both. So I have a funny way of playing around with something. This is actually a great one. Now you're picking my brain. So what I do is, if I'm in a strength phase, right, and I'm trying to maintain a muscle, and I know all of my days are going to be just straight up, 5 reps, 3 reps, 1 rep. What I might do is, if I'm playing around with a 5 repper, and I pick up the weight and I can only do 3 reps, I'll put it down, I'll put the weight down and then rest 30 seconds and then hit my last 2 reps. What that still gives me is the 5, but it gives me the feeling of volume, right?
You don't move on to the next set.
I finish those reps.
You'll call for it.
Yeah, that's how you do it. And so now you start to see the needle move little by little, and then
you can do more reps over time.
Over time, you do more reps, and that's how you trick yourself into getting more volume.
Well, you can save it today.
All right, no doubt, man.
I appreciate it.
No doubt. Take it easy.